I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighing in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview with Gayle King for CBS Mornings.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd have announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim Carrey was on hand promoting his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but yeah, he made it clear how he felt about Will Smith's actions on Sunday night.
You do not have the right to walk up on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Since Sunday night, the Academy has launched a formal review into Smith's actions on stage.
And Jim Carrey isn't wrong about this. I mean, the truth of the matter is that Chris Rock is going to have to live with this humiliation for the rest of his life. And I mean, already there are thousands of memes that have been created within just days of this event happening. And you can only imagine how many more memes and jokes and just comedy skits are going to be created based off of this one event where he was really the, kind of like the butt of the joke, where he got smacked by Will Smith in front of a live television audience, not to mention his peers, his colleagues, people he's made movies with. So yeah, that's really embarrassing for him. And right now, at the time I make this video, he hasn't really said much. And I believe he is kind of weighing his options right now on whether or not he is going to sue Will Smith, because at one point they were friends, but the second he did that in front of everybody and embarrassed him, friendship's over. There is no friendship anymore, and you just proved that, you're not my friend, you're my enemy, and now I will treat you as such. And, and I'm sure... because he's a comedian, Jim Carrey is a comedian, Chris Rock's a comedian, they're in the same social network. I'm sure he's probably texting him and being like, hey, dude, you got to sue this guy. You could get a lot of money out of him. Forget this show, because right now Chris Rock has a comedy show, right? That is, right now is selling, it's selling like crazy because of what just happened. He's all over the news. So I'm sure a lot of people are feeling sorry for him, or they just want to see him, or they feel bad for him, so they're buying tickets to the concert and or to his comedy show, and so he's going to profit off that. But he could make so much more just by suing Will Smith for what he did. Will he get $200 million? Probably not that much, but usually you start pretty high, and then you'll usually get an out of court settlement. So because at this point, it's really hard to repair that friendship. Even if they want to try to put it behind them, that's always going to linger in the back of their mind, especially Chris Rock. It's always going to linger in the back of his mind, like, man, this dude smacked me in front of everybody. He's always going to feel that resent. How can you not? Just, as a human being, as a man, right? This other man who you thought was your friend. This guy's supposed to be your friend. Then he comes up all big and bad, and basically uses you as, basically uses you as a punching bag to, get brownie points with his wife. So I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Rock not only sues him, but makes this part of his comedy skit just to save face, if not for... just trying to return the favor because he's still, hurt over it. So, yeah, it's very alarming. But as Jim Carrey said, too, he was sickened by the fact that everybody was still stood up and applauded Will Smith, I guess when he won his award, right? That the audience still got up and they were applauding him. And he's like, what? This guy just assaulted, another performer, another talent, the host of the Oscars right in front of us, and now you people are applauding him. Just shows you how sick Hollywood is, right? Just shows you how twisted their values are. And even further, they showed Denzel, who I do like. I liked him in Training Day. Denzel and, who was it, Bradley Cooper, going up. Excuse me. These guys went up to the stage, you know, to hug Will, let him know it's okay. I just want to make sure you're all right, Will. If you need me, I'm your boy. I'm right over there if you need me. All these people are going to Will to make sure he's okay. Did anybody go check on Chris Rock? Right? Did anybody stand up for Chris Rock? No. And this is how you know Hollywood is full of beta males, because the second he smacked Chris Rock, even though it was an alarming event, it was unexpected, it was just completely out of line, nobody stood up. I mean, people were still laughing. Of course, they probably thought maybe it was a gag, but once they realized, like when Will Smith was sitting from his seat and yelling from his seat, "Hey, don't mention my wife in your mouth," or what he say, like, "Oh, keep my wife out of your effing mouth." When he was doing all that, that's when you realize, okay, this is not part of the Oscars. This is actually serious. And at that point, somebody should have got up. Somebody should have stepped in. Somebody should have gone on stage and went, "Hey, look, this is not cool." Or, maybe even gone over to Will Smith himself, gone over to where he was sitting, right? As a man, go to where he's sitting and saying, "Hey, you go up there, you apologize. Okay? I don't care, what you're going through with your wife. That's on you. If your wife can't keep her legs closed and she's running around all over town and banging different dudes, and you voluntarily decide to put that out in the public eye, now people are basically trolling you for that. That's your fault. You should have just kept that behind closed doors, right? You don't need to bring that out in the public. I don't even know why he did that, so I think he was just looking for sympathy. Like I said, Will Smith has essentially turned into a woman. He has become Jada Smith. Okay, look at his body language. Look at the way he walks, the way he talks. He talks just like her, acts just like her, behaves just like her, reacts just like her. He's become a woman. So, of course, he's going to get on TV, try to play victim just like her. And at the Oscars, he pretty much did the same thing, right? Just sitting in his seat, like, acting like he was the one who's the victim. Like, "Oh, he was talking about my wife." It's like, okay, dude, but, as a man, you could have settled that differently. He's your friend also, so you know him. Dude, you're sitting in the front seat of the Oscars. What do you expect? He's a comedian. Of course he's going to roast you. You're lucky Ricky Gervais wasn't there. I'm sure he would have just unleashed on you. What would you have done? Maybe he wouldn't have done anything. Maybe he felt more comfortable because it was Chris Rock, who he's known for decades now. He felt more comfortable, like, "Oh, Chris ain't going to do nothing. Plus, I'm like much bigger than him." And all he showed Jada and the rest of the world is just, how weak and how easily triggered he is over a very, very lighthearted joke. It was so lighthearted. It's not even funny. Good thing that dude don't have a YouTube channel, right? I mean, imagine the amount of hate comments, like if he was reading them. What? Like, probably show up at your house, man, start knocking on the door. "What did you say?" So I would not be surprised if Chris Rock decides to file a lawsuit against him, because that friendship is never going to be the same again. Okay, no matter what they try to do, no matter how they try to spin it, it's just that, that event, that moment in time is always going to linger in the back of their heads as long as they're together, right? As long as he sees him still, as long as he hangs out with him, or, calls him or texts him. No, friendship's done. I mean, if I was Chris Rock, have some self-respect. Cut that dude off. That dude ain't your friend. He sold you out for a woman. There's no bros before hoes with Will Smith. Nah, he puts his woman before the bros, and you see exactly what is happening to him now, right? You see what's happening to him now. He is basically self-destructing in front of the entire world. He's coming unglued in front of the entire world. Proverbs 31:3, guys. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. And you see that Will Smith has violated this principle, as well as many other biblical principles. As a person who claims to believe in God, he often mentions God, yet he lives, and I don't want to be hypocritical because I'm a sinner too, but he is committing adultery in his marriage. He's having an open marriage. That's extremely sinful, so take heed of that, because right now he has violated so many of those principles, and he is paying the price for it. He has given his strength unto the woman, and he has given his strength unto those ways that destroyeth kings. And you see what is happening here. This is what happens when you turn yourself over to the woman and you put her in charge. This is what you will look like. This is how you will feel about yourself. This is the depression, the misery, the anger that you'll feel inside of you, the confusion. Okay? As always, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you would like to add about what Jim Carrey said? What would you do in Chris Rock's case? Would you sue Will? And if so, for how much? And or would you just let it go? Would you try to be friends with him, and would you try to mend things, or would that always stay in the back of your mind? Let me know what how you would react below in the comments. I would like to read them. I would like to see what you have to say. Of course, share with the tribe, and always love to see you guys, my comments, and I always love to read them. And of course, make sure you smash that like button. Also hit the notification bell right next to it, and subscribe to the 33 Secrets. Too many of you guys are still not yet subscribed to the 33 Secrets, so make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Okay, it helps me out a ton, and yeah, subscribe, and you'll get these videos fresh as I upload them. And for you guys who want to support my work, best way to do that, just jump into 7 months of mastery. First month's only $1. You're going to learn from one of the best pickup artists in the world, one of the top 10 pickup artists in the world. Been doing this my entire life, and I will teach you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, most beautiful looking women on the planet. Not the 304s, not the promiscuous women of the world who are going to go out there and destroy your life and try to rip your nuts off as somebody's wife has. Unbelievable. But right now it's only $1 for the entire first month, and you're going to learn a ton. And just click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds. So do that now. I'll see you in my next coaching video. It's the best way to support my work. So please do that. And until next time.